Hello mga ka-learners! Are you ready to start your own vegetable garden? In the previous lessons, we have learned about preparing our soil and how to make sure pests won't destroy our plants. Having learned that, you are now finally ready to plant your vegetables. In this lesson, we will discuss the importance of a seedling box. Grow seedlings in a seedling box, prepare a garden plot, learn what mulch is and how to use it in the garden, determine the right season for planting crops, and apply crop rotation and companion cropping to your vegetable garden. This is a seedling box. This is where planting usually begins. The seeds of the vegetables that you are going to plant should not be planted directly in the garden plot. They are first planted in a seedling box where they are nurtured and allowed to grow, protected from pests. After they have grown strong enough, they are transferred to the garden plot where they will mature and bear good harvest. Here are what you need to make your own seedling box: wooden boards or bamboo sticks, soil and compost, sand, tomato seeds, and ruler or meter stick. We will make a seedling box from wooden boards or bamboo sticks. The seedling box should be about 7 centimeters high, 30 centimeters wide, and 45 centimeters long. If you are going to use wooden boards, put small holes at the bottom of the box to allow water to drain when you water the seedlings. If you want to use bamboo sticks, put spaces in between the sticks at the base of the box for the water to drain. Place a layer of sand in the seedling box at least 2 centimeters thick from the bottom of the box. Then, fill the box with a mixture of soil and compost. Water the soil in the seedling box. With the use of a small stick, dig rows of holes 1 centimeter deep and 10 centimeters apart. Put a tomato seed on each hole and cover it with soil. Place the seedling box away from direct sunlight and from possible pests that may harm the seeds or seedlings. You may cover the seedling box with a nylon net to protect the seedlings from pests. Water the seedling box every morning and wait for the seeds to sprout and grow until they reach a height of about 10 centimeters. The seedlings are now ready to be transferred to the garden plot. Now that you have learned how to plant a seedling box, check your understanding by answering the following questions. Number 1. Why do you need to cover the seedling box with a nylon net? Number 2. Why shouldn't the seedling box be placed in direct sunlight? Number 3. Why should the seedlings be planted with proper spacing? Let's compare our answers. Number 1. The nylon net provides protection for the seedlings from pests that may harm them. Number 2. Direct sunlight is too hot for the seedlings to bear. It may harm or even kill these young plants. That is why the seedling box should be placed in a shaded area away from direct sunlight. Number 3. Seedlings should be planted with proper spacing so that the seedlings don't compete with one another for plant nutrients. The roots of the seedlings may also get entangled if they are planted too close to one another. This may be a problem when transferring the seedlings to the garden plot. Now that you've got your seedlings ready, you can now transfer them to the soil. But don't get too excited! You need patience in growing your vegetables. You still need to learn how to prepare your garden plot where you will transplant your seedlings and make them grow and bear fruit. You also need to prepare the soil. You need to till the soil to aerate or supply with air the plant roots and make the nutrients available to the roots. You may also need to mix fertilizers with the soil for the healthy growth of the plants. Now, let me show you how to make a garden plot. Here are the materials that you need: meter stick, wood marker, compost, hoe, and rake. Look for a rectangular plot with a length of about 6 meters and a width that won't exceed or be more than 1.5 meters. Mark the corners of the rectangular plot so that you will know the borders of your plot. Next, till the soil with the use of a hoe. This will loosen the soil and break up the hardened parts. Put compost and chemical fertilizers evenly on the plot. Till the plot with the hoe again to mix the fertilizers with the soil. Rake the plot afterward to further break up the hardened soil into smaller pieces. Your garden plot is now ready. You may now transplant the grown seedlings into your garden plot. Now, you can transfer your seedlings to the garden plot. Just remember to dig deep around the soil where the seedlings are, taking care not to damage the roots. It is best to transfer some soil from the seedling box with the roots so that you do not disturb and harm them. Also, don't forget to add mulch on the soil. Mulch is made of biodegradable matter such as grass cuttings, manure, bits of newspaper, and dead leaves. The purpose of the mulch is to protect the soil from erosion, moisture loss, and too much heat from the sun. It can also serve as organic fertilizer for the plants. Mulch also prevents the weeds from growing with the vegetable plants. You just cover the surface of the soil with these biodegradable materials. This method is called mulching. You've learned a lot. Let's pause for a bit to remember what we have learned so far by answering the following questions. Number 1. What is the use of the hoe and the rake for your garden plot? Number 2. Why do you think the width of the plot should not be more than 1.5 meters? Number 3. Why do you think vegetables grow best in a garden plot? Number 4. How do you transfer seedlings from the seedling box to the garden plot? And number 5. What is mulch? What is it used for? Let's compare our answers. Number 1. The hoe is used to break down the hardened soil. The rake is used to further break down the large pieces of hard soil that the hoe was not able to break down. Number 2. The width of the garden plot should not exceed 1.5 meters or else it will be difficult to water the plants near the center of the garden plot. It may also be difficult to reach the center part of the plot, which may need to be handled. Number 3. Vegetables will grow best in a garden plot because the soil in the plot is well prepared for the healthy growth of the plants. Soil is broken down to small pieces so that the nutrients in the soil are readily available for the plants and so that the roots can be aerated. Soil in the plot is also enriched with fertilizers. Number 4. Dig deep around the base of the seedling, allowing some soil to be transferred along with the roots but taking care not to damage the roots. Put the seedling in a previously dug portion of the garden plot and cover it with more soil. Number 5. Mulch is made of biodegradable materials like grass cuttings, manure, and dead leaves. It is used to protect the soil from erosion, moisture loss, and too much heat from the sun. It also provides organic fertilizer for the vegetable plants. Mulch also prevents the growth of weeds. Now you can finally grow your own vegetable garden. Final question: which type of vegetable can you plant at specific times of the year? Farmers usually make use of crop rotation and companion cropping. This is because of the changes in the weather conditions in the country. Some plants grow better in wet seasons and some prosper well in dry seasons. Here is a chart for seasonal planting in the Philippines. Companion cropping, on the other hand, allows you to choose which vegetables can be planted together. This is aligned to the needs of the plant in terms of soil, fertilizers, and upkeep. And that's it! A guide to grow your own vegetable garden. Remember that in this lesson, you have learned that most plant seedlings should be grown in a seedling box to protect them from pests and harmful elements. Making a garden plot will improve the soil where the vegetables will be planted. This will result in healthier plants, which means a pest-free garden and richer harvests. Mulching improves the condition of the soil, keeps soil moisture, prevents weeds from growing, and provides fertilizer for the plants. Vegetable plants should be planted during the right season to increase crop harvest. Using crop rotation and companion cropping will improve the soil condition, produce better harvest, and keep pests away from the garden. I can't wait to see your vegetable gardens. Imagine, with the help of your learnings from these lessons, you will be able to plant your own vegetables, grow them, and maybe sell them for profit. Amazing, right? Well, this is the end of this lesson, but I'll see you again next time, mga ka-learners!